All right, welcome back to ESA Corona Relief 2020. Coming up next, we've got Racooze and his amazing run of Deponia. So take it away.
Yeah, my name is Racooze. I'm playing Deponia in the category No Puzzle Skip, but I'm not alone. On the imaginary left side, I have Henny
Hello.
a good runner from Deponia 1, which he has already run Deponia 1 at, was it ESA?
ESA winter, I think, like this year. So basically the last ESA win that was like
Okay.
still
And on the other side, I have Tokaloni, which is a pretty good runner from, Complete Journey, Deponia 2, 3, Doomsday, etc., etc.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Yeah, to explain, in this category, we don't skip any minigame. There are some unskippable minigames. We have to play it, just still. And in the other parts, we have to do the minigames. So it's not that skipping and dialogue skipping. It's not so boring in this case. And I would say, no long time using anymore. I would start at the countdown with 3, and we will start with go. So in 3. No, don't start. I have to prepare something, so we can start in right now after clicking on the chapter in 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's go.
Let's get the party started and skipping the tutorial. This is the only thing we are skipping because it's not a mini game. We don't need tutorials. I hope so. I mean, it's a point-and-click adventure. We don't need anything of it. Just click and do something. This is the kind of we have to do.
And click and skip things by like pressing the escape button.
This is like this, and this is the dangerous part in the whole game. Clicking the escape button.
Yeah, because like if you click it too early, then you will have the menu pop up, and you don't want that, like the main menu, because that wastes a couple of precious seconds, and even I think your record does it like 3 times or something, so it's really annoying if it happens.
In the Deponia 1 run, I had 3 times, I think. Yeah, 3 times in the whole run, which is pretty good, but nobody did a perfect run. Like this.
just wanted to demonstrate it.
Yeah, like this.
Maybe you need to explain for anyone who's not aware. So after you're, for example, picking up an item or combining things or so, usually an animation plays, as is standard in point-and-click adventures. But in the Deponia series, you can skip those by pressing escape at the right time. Yeah. So, and as you saw, if you press it too late or too early, well, rather too early, you will open the menu, which of course loses time. So you have to be rather precise on skipping these animations.
Yeah, and
which of course makes for this kind of fast gameplay.
Yeah, and it's dangerous because if you're doing it frame perfect, you skip the animation, open the menu at the same time. This is not the best. So this is the first mini
can also happen, yeah.
This is the first mini game, which is pretty muscle memory. There is no RNG at this point, but this is not the problem.
So, like about the RNG, was it the second and third game that had RNG, or
no? Only in the second one. The third one has.
I mean, that's always nice if we don't have RNG.
No, it's just too many games in the second part, in the second game. So Deponia, it's chaos on Deponia, right? And this can be time killers sometimes if you don't know how to work with the second mini game, I think. The first mini game is pretty easy, I would say. But we will see it later. Maybe in 13-40 minutes, I think. Yeah. Would be enough time.
Yeah, like one thing to mention is Racooze has lowered the record in Deponia 1 like to now 13 minutes roughly, and that's pretty crazy that you can shave off so much time. Like a lot of the runs just about clicking fast, clicking precisely, skipping things, right? And it's really nice to see if you can do it flawlessly.
Whoops, I've missed something. So,
yeah, it's actually crazy to think about just how much time you can save by being precise and having very good muscle memory, as well as just precise movement with your mouse.
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
It can amount for several minutes.
Okay, maybe you noticed it. I had a glitch while I'm putting out this ball, this cell ball. I don't know the name right now, and he was already standing at the same position at the lever. Most time he is not he's teleporting at the position where this hole is, this firefighting cabinet right now. And in this time he was still at the lever. This is great. That's some kind of glitch which are time saver. And I missed something. I'm kind of did I? Oh no, I'm just just a bit nervous. It's to be honest. And I would do something else because I missed the magnet mini game here. I have to do. After that, I can do the usual way again. Please, magnets. Okay, 1, 2, 3. This is okay. We are going now to Wensley's house, which we can we can use the escape button so often at this point. Give me the balloon, please. Thank you. Going inside.
We mentioned earlier about that you need to like press escape, but there are also like transitions where he goes like from one screen to another screen where you don't want to press escape because there's like pretty much no window for pressing escape. Yeah. And if you don't remember that, you're gonna be having a bad time.
Or like this in this explanation, if you're walking down, the whole screen is scrolling at this time, and sometimes you forget what you want to do there. So this is funny. So I wanted that he took the torch, but in this case he didn't took it. This is great.
It's like the Deponia games are running on the Visionaire engine, and that engine sometimes has a few little quirks. Let's say it like that.
Yeah, sometimes it's crazy. I mean, it was... I'm not really sure, but I think it's a Visionary Engine 4, and since the 5 there are much bug fixes, definitely. But they have some issues with that, and the biggest problem which I have with the complete journey in this case is that we can use in the complete journey the inventory glitch, I would say, where you can use the frame perfect style, open the inventory with I, and clicking on any position where you want to walk. Yeah, and
so you kind of overlapping the inventory and playing the game, which of course can make for some time save.
We are so stupid, but okay.
To elaborate on that.
Whoop. No new game, please.
Don't start a new game.
New game strats. Okay, I
just discovered the wrong wall.
Kinda. Okay, I think I will do something in another way this time. It's just a typical problem with it. To be nervous. But the inventory glitch is pretty good in this case, because I think you can save, if you're playing the original game, you can save until about 20-30 seconds, I think. 20 to 30 seconds about. And thanks to Leo, he said already that this bug is in Deponia Doomsday 2. I tested and it works pretty well. I don't know why, because this game is from 2016. And why ever they took this bug again into it. We don't know why. It's great. Okay, now I have everything. We are on the same position again. I need the boost, because we need clear water.
Just to put things into perspective, the world record for Deponia 1 is, I think, 13 minutes. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah. 30 minutes, 41 seconds should be, yep.
Right, and compared to that, 20 or 30 seconds are, of course,
crazy.
A lot of time.
Yeah, definitely. So go inside. I need the vouchers. Great. Now we're on position again.
So basically now we've got all the ingredients for coffee, and we're gonna make some coffee to wake up
Goal,
yeah.
already yeah, that's
sorry, in my speedrun. No.
What I don't want to be here. Yeah.
Exactly. Like we can maybe quickly explain that we're playing as Rufus, and the goal is to save goal. Haha, joke.
Hey, that's my joke.
Sorry for stealing it.
It's fine.
So there are a couple of things you have to do before, and now we can wake her up with the coffee. And but things are gonna get pretty crazy and interesting very soon.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you're playing on the German version.
Yeah, German voice, but English text. So
interesting.
Yeah.
Does that have like any effect on how long the dialogue?
No effects, I just like more the German voices. That's the only reason why I'm slow today. But it's fine. Yeah.
But yeah, as you can see, like this game requires a lot of memorization of where you have to click, which items you need to select and combine in certain different orders. It's actually pretty crazy if you want to do this really fast, and it's a hard grind.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm forget it, or it's just pressing like automatization. Don't know why. So this is the next mini game, which is just muscle memory 2, where you have to click in which position. What? It's skippable? If you don't know how it works. The only thing is the game doesn't say if you're right or wrong, just have try and error at this point.
Yeah. A fun fact about those cats there, in Deponia 1, like not the complete journey, they can basically bug out on the latest patch, which I think updated the engine to like a new version. And the cats can just be invisible. Sometimes it's only one cat, sometimes it's 2 cats. It's pretty funny. You can still click on them.
Yeah, the hidden cats are the greatest thing in the game, in the original one. Yeah.
Dude, I would love to have some invisible cats.
It's great. It's hilarious at the same time. So, I think we are near at the end of the first chapter of the first game. Yep. It's nearly done. Pretty slow, but it's fine.
Oh no, we're locked up.
Yeah,
we're gonna get
but
out
I don't
there.
care. We have cats. Cats save the day. And we are done with the first chapter, and we are here in the
It's kind of a shame that we're skipping those beautiful songs in between the chapters.
Yeah, absolutely. The songs are great in German and in English, I have to say.
Yeah, they did a really good job on that.
Yeah, it's Pokey. He always sang every song. Maybe not the Italian one. I don't sure, but I think it's just yeah. I don't think that he translated and sang it.
Maybe
Okay.
not. Yeah.
Next mini game, yay! I think I took it wrong. So come on. Sometimes it doesn't notice my click, but it's fine. This is
It's also to maybe explain that. So in principle, a lot of the mini games you can skip. However, for whatever reason, we decided to also have a separate category for no puzzle skip, because it feels more like a complete run of the game, and also a lot of people who watch point and click speedruns prefer to have the puzzles included as they are kind of part of the game. But in principle, we could skip them, which saves I think like 1 or 2 minutes in each game roughly.
yeah. About
Kind of
this
depends on
time.
the game, but yeah.
Okay, take the fuse.
And the second part it's actually more like 3 or 4 minutes, I think. But
Yeah.
you get the idea.
Ah, come on. Forget whatever I have to do here. Yeah, but I think in the third game, one mini game takes about 45 seconds. So this is, yeah. It's the I think we can call it the disco riddle, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we will see it later. So. Rufus is just too nervous to use the crane, so we need help. Please help me, Doc. I have an issue. Thanks for the boost. Thank you.
Was ist denn los?
Boost helps every
Lass
time.
ihn einfach auf dich wirken.
We are a poop using the crane.
So, hey, Racooze, got time for a quick announcement?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. Well, I hope everybody's enjoying these point-and-click games that we've got going on. This game right now, we've got about an hour left until we're going to get through. And in that time, we've got an incentive coming up, not for the next game, but for the game afterwards, which is Rayman Any %. Now, that game, the incentive is, or the bid war, I should say, is to choose which platform that game's going to be played on. And you might be thinking, oh yeah, PC, PlayStation, sure. No. We also have Atari Jaguar, Sega Saturn, and the Game Boy Advance as choices. And right now, it's the Atari Jaguar that's winning with $131.66. So if you want to influence that bid war, you have until the end of this run right now to get your money in and to choose which platform that game's going to be played on.
Feeling old when I heard about GBA.
So like the mini game we saw at the end, or the lever thing at the end of chapter 2, that thing also can sometimes bug out. In like, I don't know if it's also on this edition, but I think you mentioned that you didn't have it bug out yet on you.
I never had it. I don't know if it's there or not, but I hadn't it on the original version too, so I don't know. Maybe they patched it out.
It's kind of weird, like sometimes, or it seems to happen to only some people, but not to all. But like the mine cards can kind of either go like in an endless circle or just disappear off screen or something. It's kind of funny, but also annoying if you're doing the speedrun, obviously.
Yeah, but in general, I feel like Deponia 1 throughout the trilogy is the least stable one in terms of bugs and glitches. So me as a runner of Deponia 2, 3, and Doomsday, I feel like in comparison there are, well, a lot less bad things going on, potentially at least. But that might just be my perception.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really comment on that because I mostly ran 1, but yeah, might be.
Yeah, this puzzle is a typical puzzle, I would say. Or was it better?
Literal puzzle.
It was a puzzle, you cannot say anything else. Just have to remember where you have to put it, and yeah, in the first run you shouldn't wondering why the last pick wouldn't work with anything else. Just a big hole inside and you have to destroy it. Okay.
So yeah, like the second and third chapter are a bit shorter than the first one. Like the second one is quite short actually. But I think like how is it in Deponia 2 and 3? Are the chapters like of equal length or?
Some no, not really. There are
yeah, usually there's a main chapter in 2 as well as in 3.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe to explain that like in the announcement that wasn't really clear. So this game right now is Deponia 1, and the run Racooze is showing off here is the trilogy run. So we're playing 1, 2, and 3 successively, so back to back. But you can buy these games as a trilogy, like combined already on Steam, and then it's called the Complete Journey. So in principle, it's a trilogy run, but you can buy them as one at your favorite game distribution service thing.
Alright, we're almost done with the first game, basically.
Yeah, we're nearly at the end right now. So this is the last mini game of Deponia 1.
That's one angry whale. There.
To clean up the cartridge of Goal. We did our best. We did it in the Rufus like.
Oh, there's our friend, the platypus.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna walk over him 2 times. Oh no.
Oh no. Poor boy. Poor platypus.
I thought for a second you'd say they're our friends, the Organon.
Well, I mean...
I mean, we can...
Yes. No.
Just in case. And they're gone.
Oh.
We don't need them anymore, so it's fine.
Du kannst Rufus nicht das Wasser reichen.
Du kannst Rufus nicht das Wasser reichen. I'm hearing this like for almost the first time, like this German synchro.
Yeah, sometimes it's great. The German voices are the
It's
best.
pretty well done. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a German developer, so that makes sense. But
Yeah, the jokes are at the same position too. In the third Deponia, you will get some jokes only in the German version, not in the English. That's bad for the English people, but yeah, I think you cannot translate it in any case. It's a kind of a word joke. So we are done for the first Deponia right now. We're going to the next tutorial. Yay! I'm wondering why they have still the tutorials inside, but it's fine. I mean, maybe you forget how to play the game while you play the game.
Yeah.
Could be.
Right, so this is Deponia 2, and first thing is we'll set this old lady's place on fire.
This is very important.
Deliberately.
Yeah, I mean, and kill the bird. Don't forget the bird.
Yeah, also that. The bird is fine. It's just sleeping, you know. Let me
Okay.
dream.
That was the first chapter of the game. This is so
Usually the first chapter in the Deponia games is a kind of introductory one, which is really short.
except for Deponia 1. It's a
I mean, depends on whether you consider like the house part its own chapter or not. But
it's Grandma Odd's house is definitely one chapter. It's
yeah, I meant like in Deponia 1.
yeah, in Deponia 1 it's not it's the Kuvak chapter.
Yeah, right.
And
Hello,
Right,
dog.
yeah. Also, to answer the question in chat, Doomsday's not part of the trilogy, so it will not be shown here.
Right.
This
This
is just 1, 2, and 3.
Doomsday was never planned, but I think it was the community which wanted a new game, and this is the reason why this game now exists. But it's not wrong, but it's not right. I don't know. It's hard to say. I like it. Yeah, the riddles were great, but
Yeah, so the trilogy makes for a closed story on itself. So
yeah.
the fourth game doesn't really add to the story. It's just it's a really fun game. Don't get me wrong.
I think the biggest issue which had the community was the end of the last game. They wouldn't,
Right. Yeah.
they wouldn't have it as a truth as they, yeah. I can understand them, but it was something else. Okay, I have to stop the talk with her. It's not necessary anymore. Yeah, we have the issue now that we are so stupid. We have destroyed the cartridge of gold so much, and we bought some cheap one, and now she is 3-splitted. We have 3 goals at the same time, and we have to fix that.
Well, not at the
again.
same time. We can switch between them, but in principle, her consciousness is spread throughout 3 cartridges.
Right.
So one is which is it, like angry, child, and lady, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Also, this right here, what you just saw, is a very nice skip thing. It skips the walking. You can combine the key with the bathroom door while you're still upstairs. And if you cancel that walking the first time, Rufus will teleport to the door. There are a few instances of that throughout Deponia 2, and I believe also 3. I'm not sure on that, but 2 in particular, where you can combine things kind of too early and skip the walking. That's the best easy explanation I can give. Which, like, that walking saves, like, I don't know.
Yeah, I
5
don't know.
seconds or so.
I don't really know in Deponia 3, but yeah, they are coming.
In 2 for sure, yeah.
Yeah, there are coming some more of them. Not that far away anymore, I think. Okay, waiting here. Okay, we got the sunglasses. Now we're going to Little Be Nice. Because we are fighting kinda against the unorganized crime. Don't know why unorganized. I think they don't have any plans. Okay. But we have to be a member in this organization. Okay, I missed that. Crap. But this is fine. Come on. Can I speak with Wink? Okay, no, I did it. Okay. Just doesn't notice that I was already done with this. Okay, the antenna is the same one with the skip which he made. So yeah, next minigame.
Yeah. So what was you combine the antenna with the with the minigame prompt or something close to it, and Rufus teleported there. Although this item combination doesn't really make sense, but I guess the game wants to play some audio file or animation where it shows you, well, this is wrong, and then it's an animation you can skip, and the walking is over. I think that's kind of how it works.
Yeah, sometimes I think there is some animation added, because it's kind of unique in this case. But yeah, it's just for fun, and we can skip in this case everything. Oops, that was
exactly. So with every point and click, if you combine items wrongly, it will say something like you can't do this or blah blah blah. But in Deponia in particular, well, first of all, for every wrong combination, there's a unique line of dialogue usually, which like makes a joke or a play with words or something. And sometimes there's even an animation which kind of shows you that it's wrong.
I mean,
So it's a very creative way of telling you can't do this. It's also very fun to play.
I mean, Daedalic are kind of experts to say use every item with every object on your whole location, because you will get funny things.
Yeah, you will get rewarded for it. Yeah, that's true.
Especially Edna and Harvey the Breakout. If you have the comic book of Captain Useless, then you will get so many strange things. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that game is kind of the king at funny dialogues with wrong item combos.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so we are trying to get the X of the platypus, or better to say we have to get the platypus now. Because one goal is it to save every platypus. Because they have kind of every animal, every platypus on a kind of menu, and the lady goal doesn't want to eat it. So this is the kind of RNG, but it's easy. Like I said, it's the chess style with the horse, and really fast done.
That mini game, when he says RNG, he means you can either win in one move or in two.
Right.
So it's like a 50-50 thing, depending on the initial position of the mole or whatever it was.
Yeah, this is the one reason. The funniest thing is if you are loading the game in this point, it's still at this animal is just waiting at one definitive position and in a corner where you can do the whole mini game in just one turn.
Right. Yeah, that's optimal in the corner. Otherwise, you have to kind of hope for luck, which rarely works out.
But two turns is not the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, we now get here. And put the first platypus on his nest. And getting the next one. I think that this animation could be shown. But I can skip the dialogue. It's awful. Okay, we're going back. We have to play some more mini games with Garlev. Hello, Garlev. Hope you're doing fine. This mini game is so easy, except if you cancel it out.
Yeah, we're now a professional player at rock paper scissors.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Champions League of rock paper scissors, right?
With other hands, not your own hands.
Well, of course, it's professional. It's a tournament thing.
Because you have to cut off your hand. This is so awful. But this game is okay. This game is kind of RNG, but you have enough time to realize what you have to hit or to save, to defend.
Yeah, so in principle it's RNG, but you don't lose time because, well, unless you fail, of course. But it's always the same time this minigame takes.
The only thing which could be a time saver is your the time where you can see where she is looking to defend, or what she is saving or defending, where you can attack. This could be a time saver, not more, not less.
Right, yeah, that's just reaction time.
The reaction time, I think maybe you could save 3-4 seconds the whole mini game. It's not that much because of the animations, etc.
Yeah.
Okay, Lex. And it should be... Yeah, it's done. Yeah, okay, the first goal is ready.
Yeah, so she's kind of convinced to come with us now to wherever. That's the mission of the main chapter. So as in Deponia 1, this right here, this garbage city thing, that's the main chapter. I think it takes up 50% of the run, roughly, in terms of runtime.
The first chapter of, or the second chapter is longest. Yeah, I think 50% would be.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Okay, this minigame was pretty fast.
Which of course, as a side note, makes routing very interesting because there's a lot of things you can do in parallel. So you really have to optimize or try to optimize the number of screens you're going through and really minimize that.
Definitely.
Which is with a chapter this long is a very non-trivial task.
Okay, this one, and we are done here.
Hey,
Yeah, at this point, a quick shout out to JKX Wing, who's another runner of the Deponia series, who really optimized a lot of the screens and the routes in ways I never could have imagined when I first started.
This riddle is so strange, cause the game wanted that you muting your whole music, or you cannot get in of the rebels. Yeah, rebels.
All right, yeah. Rufus has to focus on the kind of knocking sound. If the game music is on, he can't do that.
It's great.
Pretty funny, yeah.
Yeah, the best case is if you're not, just muting the music the whole game. It would be easier, yeah, but it's not
Ich
necessary.
muss mich.
Okay.
As the music's too good, why would you mute it?
Yeah, that's the reason.
Chill.
The game without music. So, we are nearly at the end of the second chapter in the game.
noch
Yeah. Hello, Donna. You're not Donna anymore. Who needs Donna anyway?
Yeah, so Donna is now a part of Goal. It's really easy to understand, honestly.
Yeah, it's kind of he used the cartridge of I think it was Lady Goal, and used it with the remote of Donna, and now Lady Goal is in Donna's body while the cartridge is outside of Donna, which is her mind. And yeah, now we have a problem. We just have 2 goals, not 3 anymore, and we have to get her back in this case. And yeah, we have to find a way.
hey,
Yeah, so in this chapter of the game, we can change between 4 different locations,
Ja.
and also optimizing that in terms of like traveling as little as possible. Obviously, was also really challenging and made for some really non-trivial solutions. Because of course, some things you can only combine after you did certain other things, so it's kind of complicated to figure out what you can do when and so on. I think you get the idea.
Yeah, and this one is so ridiculous, because you have now to just wait about 40 or 50 seconds, I think. Just dialogues, wait in and skip in,
Yeah.
and that's it. So
That's very nice downtime.
Yeah, it's a perfect time for donations or something else.
Muss
Yeah.
das wirklich.
Or just for us to take a deep breath to, relax a little.
To drink, stay hydrated.
Yeah. The run's are like halfway over already.
Komm schon.
Feels like we started 2 minutes ago. How's it 30 minutes in?
Yeah, the game can be finished very, very fast.
Yeah.
Bitte.
It's also a very fast-paced speedrun. Well, obviously you can skip all the animations, which is also kind of a downside if you're doing too long grinding sessions, because your concentration has to be held high all the time, essentially. Aside from this downtime for 40 seconds.
Yeah,
Other than that, there's no pause.
Yeah, sometimes I'm sitting 8 hours on the grind, and this is not the best case then. So you will get some problems, and the time will be worse. So
Yeah, exactly.
you need
And of course,
breaks.
every mistake on pressing escape loses 2 or 3 seconds or something.
Yeah, about this time, yeah.
What's the inevitable goal to this game? Well, the mission we have to do is to leave Deponia, leave the junk planet. That's the overall idea to this game.
Yeah,
And throughout the game, we're meeting with people.
That is the reason why Deponia 2 exists, because he let go back to Elysium, and he doesn't want to stay at Deponia in any case. So that's why he created this saw catapult or something else, I don't know, and that's the reason why this kind of ship is destroyed and Goal is back. We don't have to understand Rufus in this case.
Yeah, so as per usual, Rufus does something and everything gets worse.
Yeah,
That's also kind of a theme. Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, going outside, speaking with Goal. Because she has to help to open the door. She's thin enough, small, not thin, to open the door through the cat door. And we need a straight banana. Who wants a straight banana?
Hey,
Who doesn't want a straight banana, honestly?
I think this is a first world problem, so... I mean, you can be happy that you have bananas.
das ist
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Maybe some time for an Easter egg? Do you want to see Harvey? I mean, we have the time, definitely. We can
There we
use
go.
it.
aber was
But I will skip this dialogues. Hello, Harvey. I love
Yeah, I think you're in the wrong game right now. I think you should switch back.
Definitely. So, just to remember, I have to go to Port of Visco. Yep. Fine. Yeah, it's just an Easter egg for, in this case, Harvey's New Eyes. And, yeah. Great game.
Which also makes for a very cool speedrun, by the way.
I didn't do that right now, but in the future.
Not yet.
Yeah, the word yet. Yeah, the next was Deponia Doomsday, but I have a game-breaking bug, so I cannot play it right now, or run it right now. Playing is not the problem, but I have to restart the game, so this is my problem.
Yeah. So to put things into perspective time-wise, so all of the Deponia world records, aside from Doomsday, yeah, so 1, 2, 3 are below 20 minutes.
Ja.
There's like 13, 13, and Deponia 3 slot 16 or so, I don't know. Roughly at least. And Deponia Doomsday, at least for now, is over 20 minutes long. It's really the longest game of the anthology. Also very nice.
That was great
That
RNG
puzzle
in
can
this
be
case.
really, really nasty.
Yeah, this is one of them which has an RNG, and I love it to go in the bottom left corner, but the game doesn't want it in any way, so I always
So
reset
you
at this
have to-
point.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, you have to target the submarine, but the movement of the submarine, especially the first movement of the submarine, is random. And if it doesn't do what you want it to do, you have to reset the minigame and try again. And there's at least no known consistent way to do this, which is really annoying if you run this game.
Yeah, and this can destroy some time, some good times.
Yeah.
Okay, last
And
chapter.
kill a lot of runs.
Last chapter of the game. And then we are going to Deponia 3.
It's time for Animorphs. We are the animals.
Who saw the movie The Fly? I mean, I think this is a tribute to that. Maybe.
Probably, yeah.
I'm a beautiful frog.
We are the
No.
frog.
Be one with the frog. Don't be the frog. Yeah, transportations with some issues. Okay, we are here. Cartridges. And...
Na, kein grandioser Plan heute.
Puh.
And this is the final fight.
Yeah, the final fight.
Deponia
Great.
2.
Please give me the remote. Thank you.
Ich hab
And this game is done.
This is
Time
done.
for the
Yep.
third one.
Now it's time for the third, and yeah, I think this was yeah, the hardest one for me. Whoops. This was definitely the hardest game to get a really good PB in this case. And just using my whole arm. Maybe here are two glitches possible. The first glitch is he's talking while he's yeah, like this, like here in this time while he's talking, he's trying to get the screw. And if this happens, you can save maybe, okay, it's maybe a second, not that much, but 1 second in this chapter is really important because this chapter isn't that long. And the cannon is the second glitch where he's not teleporting back to the hose, but I didn't get this time. And this was the first chapter in Deponia 3. Really fast. Yeah, we are now in the hotel, and yeah, we are missing the whole crew. We don't know where the dog, Bozo, and Joel is, and we have to find them. But the guy from the reception always told us they are in the room, and I got the key, and they will give us some jobs. And the job is not really necessary, but they want time to repair the cartridge of gold. This is the only reason why our Bozing is sitting there with a towel and not more. Just yeah, and that's the reason why we are deactivating the heat. Who cares? He doesn't need it. Yeah, I would say Deponia 3 is one of the hardest and longest Deponia. I mean, we are at...
It's certainly the longest in the trilogy, and also the main chapter of this game, like the longest one, is probably the most complex one, for reasons you will see later on.
Yeah, there's a big reason for it.
Yes. Actually, 3 big reasons, if you will.
Deponia 3 and the 3 big reasons.
Yeah.
Oh, wrong. And wrong again. Oh boy. But not a problem. I mean, yeah, the time is fine. Not that solid, but okay. Okay.
You have plenty of time left.
Yeah, that's not the problem. Okay. The toilet guy. You will see it again on Deponia Doomsday.
Yeah.
He's very important. More important than you think. Okay, we have everything right now here. And I think the first minigame isn't that far away anymore. On Deponia 3.
Do we have time for a brief announcement?
Yeah, of course.
Excellent. Well, just wanted to point out that one of our sponsors for this marathon is Upper Room Games, and they were kind enough to give us some keys for their new game, Wavy the Rocket. We've got 5 of those keys available, and all you need to do to get in to win one of those is to head on over to our Twitter. We've pinned a tweet at the top that if you like that tweet and retweet it, you'll be entered for one of those 5 keys between now and the end of the marathon. One other thing I'd like to bring up briefly is, again, we have Rayman coming up in about an hour, a little less, and you only have until the end of this run to influence which platform choice that game's going to be played on. Currently, the Atari Jaguar is winning, but your choices are the Jaguar, the GBA, Game Boy Advance that is, PC, PlayStation 1, or the Sega Saturn. So head on over to esa.com/bids and get that money in to influence that decision. Back to you, Racooze.
Thank you. Yeah, we are now after the. I would say it's. No, I hadn't the bug. Oh, great. We did the laundry mini game, which is important to get the clothes of Cletus, cause we need every chance to get into his room to get his bag. But it's Rufus. He is not that lucky. And now Cletus is in the same room, and now we have to do something. So we have this chloroform paste. And I think we will do something to knock him out. And this great minigame. Kids, this is how to learn brush your teeth.
We are the mirror.
We are the mirror. To be honest, I had a kind of, something in the school for theater, and I learned to do that kind of mirroring, and it was awful. Wasn't that good? Okay, we give up about the bag. We don't need it anymore. Or better to say, we gave him any bag, and we don't know anymore. And next minigame, which is pretty easy. 1, 2, and 3. And we are gone. Next chapter. It was quick. The hotel is long enough, I would say. It's not the longest, but it's long enough. This is shorter.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 minutes, if we're quick, roughly.
Yeah, it's the bad sequence, please not. I don't want to see a nude Rufus. But if you want to see one, then play the game. They have a kind of it's great. Sometimes they're putting some stuff into it. It's I don't know what they are thinking about. Kind of pinup. Don't know why. And I have to say I never checked it out how to get this. I don't need this. Okay, we are here, and there is the disco, or call it like you want, dancing riddle.
Very good minigame. Very funky minigame.
Funky, absolutely funky. Maybe I can. Yeah, we have. Oh shit. Okay, that is softlock number 1. That is bad. Okay, just.
Yeah, that can happen. So sometimes you can go into the menu and your mouse cursor is kind of gone.
Yeah, I will start the stream in Discord again in a few secs. Then you can see everything else. But yeah, that's the problem.
Maybe while we're waiting, so to give those an idea who have never played the Deponia games before, when we say the world record is like 13 minutes or so, that's in contrast to a casual playthrough, which if you really enjoy the story journey, it can take like 12 hours for a single Deponia game.
The good thing in Deponia is if you softlock the game, you don't have that big issue with that, cause you can start at this position again. It's not the problem. So...
Right, it kind of auto saves at every screen you're going to.
Okay, I messed that up, but this is not the problem. Okay. Please, Rufus.
So obviously we have to clear a path for goal by kind of drawing the camera's attention to ourselves.
Yeah, this is the one and only reason why are we doing this. Please go this way, thank you, and we are done. Just skipping the dialogues. And I would say dance. Just dance.
Dance revolution.
Yeah, like that. Hey, but I can be proud cause I don't softlock the game in the complete journey in the first and second game. So
that's true, actually. Yeah.
So just pressing the button here, 1 and 2, and we can start in the next chapter after dancing.
But, this is the tutorial. Can't we skip that?
Not in this case. No, that's the problem. So this is not the tutorial anymore. So this is this is the whole truth. Why this thingy exists. Because this is, maybe you get it, maybe not. I mean, you see some ice thingy, fire thingy, a saw, something else.
It's kind of like a factory for something, but I wonder for what. What is being produced here?
Maybe to make some schnitzel.
Maybe, yes.
Oh, I think I was too slow. Hello, dude. No, to be honest, this is a clone factory. Just like I say, it's a clone mansion. It's more a mansion for me. Sounds better. And this is the guy which was the leader of it, and they told us enough about why we are existing. Oh, I need the water first. And why the Organon existing, and etc, etc. So many about the story, which is such a big plot. The first time I listened to him, I thought, what the heck? What did you smoke? It was one thing for me. I think this was
story-wise is actually a very big revelation. In terms of gameplay, so what we mentioned before, this is the chapter where things will get very complex afterwards. So here we're setting up.
Yeah, right. After this chapter is... Yes, you have to think 3 times, I would say.
I wonder what that means.
I don't know.
I've never seen this game before. Please don't spoil me.
Yeah, right, absolutely. Yeah, the most people are saying they don't want to watch the speedrun or some another streamer or at YouTube cause they don't want spoilers. The most time I say the only spoiler you will get are the riddles and puzzles, but not the dialogues. The dialogues are the important thing for the whole story, so you will get enough information about it.
Yeah.
And bye. We have clones.
Charles, by the way, to to the loudest sound in the whole game, this triple clone thing. Always kills your ears.
Yeah, we cloned the leader or the clone man. Can we call him the clone man? I think it was Hermes.
The clone master.
The clone.
Einer?
Clone master. Right, we can call it like we want. Okay, the next chapter, which we told is... It's ridiculous. Upsala. Cause now we are 3 Rufus. And we have to work with 3 Rufus.
I like that sentence. We are 3. I think.
Yeah, we are 3.
Very, very nice.
Yeah, but it's right. I am playing, or we are playing, and now we are 3 Rufus, so it's fine.
Yeah.
It's great. Now, okay, that was great because I pressed escape, but it doesn't notice it. Great. No, you have always. It's I would say it's like in Day of the Tentacle. You have 3 persons, and you have to switch between each person and give them some items, etc. Yeah, have to find the solution of every riddle. So, and we have the pacifier. And there's okay, I think.
And actually, right now, just like I think later on in Day of the Tentacle, your characters also cannot interact, or you have to play a bit to make them, or for them to be able to interact with each other. It's kind of the same here.
In Day of the Tentacle is the Chrono John. You have to find the way out or inside. So it's in this case it's the Storm Train Grade to get to the Red Rufus from the Green Rufus, and now they can switch items each time they want. Yeah, it's kind of this, but it's not the future or past or current or something else. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's more complicated in this case because you have some riddles which need some items which has the red Rufus now, and we have to give it to the green one, etc., etc. And in this point of the game, you have to think about how many times you're gonna switch between the guys, because since the hotel, the transition is way ever slower than the whole other games. I never found out why this is the case, but we just live with it. If you're loading the chapter of this game, then you have the normal transition time. I don't know why. We will never find out. I think it's just a trigger or something else, which is slow down the transition between every location. So, Sergeant Bumby, we don't need you anymore. Please go away. So, the baby phone.
Yeah, also what I kind of said before. This is the... First of all, this was the most complex route. Because now we have 3 Rufus, and only at some point you can trade items between them and so forth. And in the current route, correct me if I'm wrong, we will only... For example, we will only once play the blue Rufus. So we will set up everything else before that, and we can do the whole blue Rufus path kind of in one go. Which of course is optimal. The less you switch, the less time you lose. It's kind of evident, I think.
I'm thinking about 1 or 2 times, yeah. The blue Rufus. I think it's 2 times, but the second time is more kind of scripted, I would say.
Yeah. So the main part of the blue path, we can do in one go. So and routing that was actually very interesting, and running it is also kind of complex. I feel like it's the most complex chapter of the whole Deponia trilogy, because it not only do you have to memorize the path, like where to click, which items to combine, but also which Rufus to play in which order, and so it's the most things to memorize stacked on top of each other, I would say.
The whole routing is so important in this game. If you don't know how to which is the best time to switch between the different Rufuses, you will have big problems with the time.
Yeah. It's also very easy to confuse things, at least when you're learning the game.
That's not my plan, but this was my plan. This is a little
time saver. Right, yeah. If you're as routined as Racooze, you would never make a mistake of changing to the wrong Rufus at the wrong time.
And sometimes the game has some issues with the items. I like the paper with this cartridge. if you combine that, you have to wait. Why ever? You just have to wait. And just click the left mouse button and you will skip this. I don't know why, but this is a time
Right.
saver. If you don't know that and you learn that, then you will save so much time.
Yeah.
Tasty.
But by the way, if anyone remembers the glass shard puzzle from Deponia 1, this was kind of the same but with organs.
Yeah.
But you're puzzling together Cletus. Same idea.
Okay, going there. I think it's not that long anymore. Oh yeah, the next minigames are here next to next, I would say. I mean, first the medic point and now this one. But this is very fast and kind of muscle memory. So, please stop.
So this was the whole Blue Rufus path until the, well, not really epilogue, but the second half of the whole Rufus interaction.
Yeah, now this Rufus has is more important, I would say, but not now. Okay, just go back to the monkey. Yeah, we are nearly switching to the red Rufus. He has more to do right now, because we have to find a way to. How could I say?
Cheer up Bozo again.
That one, and we have to do that the children will relax and sleep. That is important.
Oh, right, yeah.
to, or we cannot go to the pub. That is very important.
Yeah.
Bring children to bed, and then to go to the pub.
And then go drinking. Yes, okay.
But there's a kind of Easter egg too. It's pretty fine. And pretty funny. Okay, I think we have... Did I miss something? Oh yeah, I missed something. But this is... Ah yeah, I missed something. It's okay. This is pretty fast. Please go to this. Okay. Hello,
Yes,
baby.
as I said, it can be really easy to get lost in the whole Rufus changing transition thing. So, especially in the marathon run, it can happen, but it's not too bad. It loses like a few seconds, 10 maybe or so. Not a big deal.
Yeah, so we did everything we can do. Now with Bozo, we have to. Whoops, that was wrong. Yeah.
Take care of the children.
Take care of the children. Yeah, we are perfect for the kindergarten. Not.
Yeah, with such a great role model.
Okay, now they have a kind of plank, I think, and now they get some warm body lotion. Tasty gravy. Now we can go in the pub and we will see some people. Maybe you recognize what could happen there. Maybe not. But this is the problem. So we have this. Oh.
You didn't get the mushroom, right?
Oh, you're right. I forget to talk to her again. Yeah. Okay, now I have the mushroom. Tasty
toe
mushroom.
fungus.
Okay, now we are working as a barkeeper. We are so good people. With some extras. Here, buddy. Here for you. And now for you, and we have done it. And going inside. So.
This seems kind of familiar, but I can't quite pinpoint it.
I don't know what you mean, but it's better to go. Okay, we've got every picture which we need to fake some depression at the therapist. And
Gotta get those pills.
yeah, we need the pills. Without the pills, we cannot help Bozo anymore, and we need Bozo to find a way to get to the rebel side. So, baby Bozo.
Yeah, to kind of pass through the gate, yeah.
Yeah, and only baby Bozo's puke can help us. It's the truth. That's the problem. Oh, okay.
I will just not question the sentence.
Yeah,
It's just take it how it is.
okay. This was the kind of second time I think to the blue. But it's a very very short time, and we are here in the third time again, very short, and that's it. So we have the money, barkeeper. We get the nucleic acid. And we're going back to the children, which are gone. We don't need it anymore. So, okay, only Rusty is missing. Only one is missing. The other two are missing them, and Goal is behind. Yeah, she's there. Don't know.
You're just kind of caged up.
How she get there, I don't know. I don't want to ask it. It's not that important. It just happened. So this one. Okay, we are at Cletus' office, I think. Open please, take the phone. Eject. Cartridge out. Yeah.
Hallo.
Whoops. And this is a combination. Please give me this. And yeah, it's very loud. I'm sorry. Ah, come on. Okay, I think it's pretty fine. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. This is pretty fast, except for this part. Just have to walk. The other two. Yeah.
Sorry, something we didn't mention the whole time, but it was happening throughout the run. Sometimes you don't have to press escape only once, but twice, 3, 4 times, depending on how many, for example, cutscenes play after each other. And because you just said 3 and 2, I think that's what he referred to. So
yeah, it's just a reverb for my
here,
brain.
2 times there.
Yeah.
So you also have to memorize that. How many escape presses at what prompt and what animation. It's really
sometimes
it's a lot to think.
And sometimes I'm just a bit sadistic, but it just it's an achievement. Trust me. If you're pressing in his wound, it's just an achievement at the end. If you're doing it 10 times or something. And it's
yeah. So that also answers the question from chat whether we kill off the other 2 clones or if there are 3 Rufus forever. If you pay attention to that small cutscene, that's kind of the answer.
Yeah, oh wait, I did. This was the wrong dialogue option. Thank you. Much better.
Let's just say we are one again.
Kinda, yeah.
Kind
okay,
of.
we are at the last one.
Time to sing. It's beautiful.
I think we have the time for a short part of the Organon anthem.
Organon.
After Rufus is done.
Organon.
Please not. Wow.
Why didn't you join me in singing? Should have done it together.
After
So
the first casual run, and I listened to them like singing after Rufus was doing this horrible show, I was only with open mouth and sounds great. And I think which has the complete journey has the whole soundtracks there too, so it's fine. You can listen to them. Okay,
Yeah.
we are at the last point. We are near the end.
Last screen or last chapter of the game.
Since we are up at the ship, we are on the last chapter, so... And this is a dangerous part, because at the last dialogue, I will say when it's timed, so don't worry. At the last dialogue, it crashed so many times. But I think it will crash only if you're clicking too fast with the left mouse button on the dialogues and pressing escape at the same time. I think the game has some issues with that. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, it can happen a few times. If you're too quick or doing things too quickly, the game sometimes cannot handle that. Although I think it's worse in Deponia 1.
Over my dead body, and we are on the last dialogues.
Okay, time is coming up in a few seconds or so.
Yep, at clicking at let go, which will be there right now, and it's time.
And time.
Stop!
Woo.
And I think we can show the... It's in German, I'm sorry, but I think Pokey did a good job in German and English, and the voices too. And we can listen to the last Hussar song maybe after this cutscene, if the text says it's fine.
Well, we have 13 minutes to spare.
Yeah, so.
I think we can afford that.
Folge dir überall hin. Nein, im Ernst. Ich wollte dir nur sagen, wie sehr ich bewundere, was du hier tust.
Can I see the time, I would say?
Aber dann habe ich es verstanden.
It's solid.
Brilliant.
Yeah, 1 and 2 is pretty good.
Es war im Grunde die einzige Möglichkeit, die du hattest.
For a marathon, for sure.
For the first marathon. It's kind of important for me, yeah.
Actually, what's the record in this category? Isn't it 59 minutes or so?
The no puzzle skip is 55 minutes. I did a better time, like you see in my sum of best segments. It was 54, 51, but I did not submitted it because it wasn't important for me. But yeah, 55 minutes about, and I think with the runs like in the single games, it would be better, much better. Maybe a sub 50. But you need the time and the luck, and not the crashes.
Right.
To be honest, I only did a no puzzle skip 1 run fully for the submit, and I think 4 hours was necessary because of crashes and soft locks.
Right.
That's the problem.
Yeah. But actually, to think about that, you can complete this game even with all the puzzles in under 1 hour.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy. And for the longest time, we always conjectured it would work, but only when Racooze came around, he did it. And it's the first and so far only one to have a sub 1 hour time in the trilogy.
There are many people which can do that at the same, so it's not even me. I think the most just thought, okay, have the PB, have the best time, it's enough for me. And at my point, I'm thinking like that, but at the other point, I'm playing again and do a run, and yeah, this is how Deponia 1 ends with sub 14. Especially, I was talking about the sub 15 story with Solid. I didn't believe that we will do a sub 15 in Deponia 1. Yeah, and 1 month later, I did a sub 14. I thought, huh, what happened there? I didn't realize what I did there, and I don't understand it since today. How I did that.
There's also, if you run Deponia, there's also very rewarding. The more runs you do, or no, to put it differently, it's very easy to PB within your first, I don't know, 100 runs or so. It's maybe a bit much, but you will improve your mouse movement and escape and timing and everything subconsciously, kind of. And at some point you get a PB and you're like, the last run was better, but I just PB'd by 30 seconds. That's weird.
I know.
So it can be a very satisfying experience to run this game and get better at it.
Pokey has something to say.
Oh, sorry.
Das Buch zugeschlagen, es bleibt noch zu sagen. Irgendjemand noch Fragen? Na, dann eben nicht. Doch wenn du dich allein fühlst und du an dir zweifelst, dann habe ich hier einen Vorschlag für dich. Greif zur Mundharmonika, sing von Deponia, von Rufus und Cole und dem Leben im Dreck und vom Umstand, dass man wohl manchmal die Welt nur retten kann, indem man loslässt. Und wenn's so ist, ja, dann bin ich mal weg. Ist dann mal weg.
Yeah.
Huzzah, we're off now for real.
We're off now for real. Yeah, I would say that's everything with Deponia. I think we don't need to use any time. I think Juhorse is ready already with was the game? Bishibashi 2, Special 2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
That's correct.
We'll give the words to Nordic.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much. We do have one last donation that came in during your run. Duke1102 sent us $25 saying, yesterday was payday, so what better time to donate for a good cause? And I couldn't agree more. He put that money towards naming Cyndaquil Frubies for the upcoming run tomorrow. So thank you very much for that. And with that, it's going to be the end of my shift this morning. I've had some fun for the last 3 hours with y'all. Thank you so much for your attendance and for coming in and joining us for this great morning of speedruns. Coming up next will be Bishibashi Special 2 with Juhorse. And then after that, again, is that Rayman run, which we've now closed it out. That is official. It's going to be run on the Atari Jaguar. So looking forward to both of those. Stick around. We'll be back after this brief intermission.